Hello, hello, Tammy Cinematic Skeins. It's been a minute. I feel like I say that every time I come back on here. It hasn't been that long, actually. It's been a month, and I'm trying to do these monthly because I can't keep up with the bi-weekly thing, and I'm boring and haven't really been doing much, so there's not much to show you. I do have some acquisitions. I have some works in progress that are almost done, and some fun pottery to share that I think I told you guys I was working on, but I can't remember if I showed you pictures or not. But I have finished pottery. There's just two things. And I actually haven't really done much pottery the last 2 weeks or so, 3 weeks. Just haven't been in the mood. Well, I've been in the mood, but then I had to clean up the things, and I love doing the things. I don't like cleaning up the things, which is probably why I'm constantly losing things. I think I told you guys there's like I have my little horror pottery canister things, and I wanted to make a shining mug, and I'm still gonna do that. I was in the mood to make pottery yesterday, but my pottery table wasn't cleaned off. So I cleaned it off yesterday, and then I ran some errands, and then I came home and I didn't feel like doing pottery because I had a migraine. And today I don't have a migraine, but I need to run some errands. So it's just life, man. Life's getting in my way of doing all the things. Okay. Did I say hi? I said hi. Hi, I'm Tammy, Cinematic Skeins. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, you're used to this. I go off on tangents, forget what I'm talking about. I ramble. There's dogs. Oh, you guys, Theo had to get a tooth pulled, and I just got in my feels about it because I was so upset that I didn't know I know dogs hide pain. Well, I mean, I used to work as a vet tech. I get it. But I know dogs hide pain, but I felt so guilty not knowing that he was in pain. And he had to have one of his big, like the giant molar on the side of their face. It's a premolar, but it's like the biggest tooth on the side. He had to have one of his premolars removed, and I'm so bummed about it. And he's been eating canned food, so he's been super spoiled, but it's also messing with his tummy. But he's on soft food for 2 weeks. I'm switching it over to wet kibble this week because gross. Yeah. Anyway, and then, Benny is Benny, and Benny's always jealous of whatever Theo's doing. So, like, Benny's been eating canned food, and now his tummy's upset. And it's been fun here. So fun. And, the migraines. Let's see, last time we talked, I told you guys I was getting the Botox migraine treatment. Since that treatment, in the 30 days since, I've had 17 migraines. Which is as if I'm not taking anything at all. Which is funny because I'm still on my regular preventative, plus the Botox, and then I have my, regular migraine, oh my God, my head hurts medicines. Just not touching it. It's like, and they I think I told you guys, they warned me it would make my headaches worse, but the pain level of my headaches is higher than normal. So I'm still getting the same amount of headaches technically, but the pain level is closer to my tolerance, and it's just been miserable. And because I'm medicated, because my head hurts, I'm sleeping a lot. So I haven't really done anything much. But as you guys are probably, if you've been here for a bit, you know that when I get in a mood, a little bit of a slump, I have to buy myself prezzies to make myself feel better. So that's happened. So let me show you some things. Yes? Okay, you ready? All right. Whips. Let me show you my whips. One of them I'm in love with. And then I can show you the acquisition that came with one of the whips, which is why this other whip isn't finished yet. Okay. So I lost this because somebody was sleeping on it. And I didn't realize they had tucked it under. I have a day bed in my office, and when I'm working, Theo likes to make the underneath of my day bed his den. So he sleeps under there while I'm working. He'll either sleep next to me or he'll sleep under me. It's really weird. Anyway, So he's been sleeping under there and I don't pay any attention. And I'm like, you know, I can't find my project bag. Don't know where it is. Can't work on this thing. Theo was sleeping on it. He likes my knits. Anyway, this is my Autumn League pullover. It's almost done. It's almost done. I have one sleeve to go. I just bound off the other sleeve. It's ginormous because I made it too big, but it's fine. That was the point. Yes. And as you see, there's multiple colors of yarn, even though they're the same dye lot. It's still bothering me, but I'm not going to redo it. I'm not going to redo it. You know what I might do though? Because I said I was going to leave it and make it like a design feature. It's still bothering me. So I think I might just dye this. I might just buy like some gray dye and dye over it, which I kind of don't want to do because it'll take away the mottled effect, like the stone washed effect this has going on. But this annoys me and I'm not redoing it. I'm not reknitting it. This took forever anyways, or it's taking forever. So yeah, one sleeve left and then it's done. Oh, or maybe I could dye it blue. I don't know. Anyways, I might dye this or green. Oh, a pretty forest green would be nice. And then maybe if the dye doesn't pick up, maybe it won't dye as deep on the lighter parts and then it'll still have the mottled effect. I don't know. I haven't dyed cotton before. I guess I would just get RIT or something. I don't know. Anyways, actually, no, I think I still have a couple of jars of dye for non-protein fibers in my yarn closet. We'll see what happens. Anyways, that. I couldn't find that, right? And I had seen this yarn online and I was like, this is what I've been looking for. Because I think you guys have seen my Glen Barrow if you've been here. It's one of my favorite knits. I think it's like the second sweater I ever knit. And I made it with Cascade Cantata, which I love. I love the look of this yarn, right? I bought this because I want to make the sleeves longer on that particular sweater, actually. And this is wool cotton, I think, or acrylic. I don't remember. Wool cotton, right? Yes, wool cotton. Acrylic. Okay. So it's 70% cotton, 30% superwash merino. And with this one, it's, I believe it's a cotton tube and they blow the fiber into it, right? So, and it's a white tube, right? And that's always been my complaint for the blown yarns. It's pretty much always white and then they blow stuff into it. So it's always white, right? Right. It's been a complaint of mine. And there is there are more yarns out there that are similar to this that are not white, but they have alpaca, and alpaca's itchy. So to me, so I could never find anything that would work because I wanted to make another Glen Barrow because I freaking love the fit of that sweater, right? Well, then I saw this yarn online. I was like, oh my God, it's black, right? Instead of white, right? Angelic choir, right? Anyway, so I saw this yarn and I was like, I need every color. And it's expensive. It's like 25 bucks a skein. I mean, it's normal yarn prices, but in my brain, I'm like, I don't need it. This is really pricey. But this blue, I need it in my life. And unfortunately for me, even though we have like 15 freaking yarn shops here, nobody had it. So I ordered it from Virginia, home state. Anyways, this is Juniper Moon Farm Cotton Merino Shadows because they have a regular cotton merino, but this one's got black in it. Look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it. Delicious, delicious, love it. I almost bought the green and the red, but I was like, let me just try it out, you know. I bought enough to make my Glen Barrow and I actually bought too much because I've lost some weight. Y'all know I'm on a weight loss journey. Getting there, slowly but surely, and I have 2 skeins too many, but I'll find a use. I'll find a use. It's blue and black, favorite colors. Hello, look at it. It's so pretty. It's so soft. It's so soft, and it's actually softer than this one. So this one, like I said, 70% cotton, 30% superwash merino, right? This one is organic cotton in 19 micron merino. It's delicious. It's delicious. That's the only word for it. So this arrived in the mail and I was like, well, I can't find the sweater I was working on, right? Let me just go ahead and cast on another Glen Barrow. Y'all, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I just have a sleeve left. Y'all, this yarn is delicious and I love this sweater pattern. So it's working on that sleeve and it's done. I did make a little change to the pattern. Okay, so normally it's just the neck is, you just do some stockinette and let it roll over. I did an I-cord because I wanted it a little bit neater. And then on the sleeves, on the cuff, you're supposed to repeat this, is it double moss stitch pattern? And I just did I-cord because I remembered on my first Glen Barrow that I made with the Cantata, I didn't like the sleeves so much because this pattern makes them a little thicker on the cuff and I don't like that. So I just did an I-cord on that too. I did do the bottom though, and I did an I-cord bind off on that, which is my first time doing I-cord in the round. And then I Kitchenered the ends together, and it's still, I mean, it's not perfect. Like I can tell where I did it, but it's not, like you can tell too right there. But I mean, it's not super obvious. It's fine. And the reason I love the Glen Barrow so much, it's super comfortable. And as you can tell by the way that drape's weird, it's got some shaping in it. So I'm a big girl, it's gonna be weird. All right. So I don't know if y'all can see it, but if I can get it properly draped. There we go. See how this goes like that? It's got like a slight hourglass shaping to it. So it fits beautifully. I freaking and I also made it the same size as I made the other one. Not thinking I've lost some weight. So it's a little larger and I'm okay with it because I'm gonna wear the hell out of this. It's black and blue and my favorite, well, literally the favorite, not counting my knit purl repeat sweater, it's the favorite of the sweaters I've knit. So I'm gonna wear the shit out of this. It's gonna be great. This yarn, y'all. Delightful to knit with. And it's not as splitty as this one is. Even though they're both blown fiber, they're both worsted, right? Am I crazy? My brain does not remember the things. 218 yards, US 9. Yeah, worsted. Delicious. I'm so stoked with this sweater. It makes me so happy. Okay. Almost done. I expect to be finished it by the end of the week. Yes. Anyways, okay. Those are my whips. Tour de fleece. Let's not talk about that. The plan was I would 30 minutes a day do a little bit of spinning. I stuck to it for 3 days and then I didn't feel like spinning, so I didn't. So I finished one thing, and if y'all remember, I had already started. I had like a quarter of a bobbin done. It doesn't really count, I don't think, but I finished spinning my Hoodie, which, by the way, I don't know if you guys heard, but Hoodie, Harriet's mom passed away. So that's going on there. Show some support if you can. Bummed. Anyway, so I finished my Hoodie spin. This is Inglenook Fibers Twinkle Lights. Did I mean to make a marled yarn? No, I forgot how I separated my fiber. So it's marled because I forgot what I was doing and just decided to keep spinning. But it's pretty, right? I think it's pretty. It's Hanui silk. It's pretty. I did start spinning, but like I said, didn't feel like, so I did start spinning this. This is 3 Feet of Sheep by, I'm gonna forget. 3 Feet of Sheep. It'll be linked below. It's it's like a tube of fiber. 3 Feet of Sheep by, it's the Alice in Wonderland peoples. Why can't I think of it? Anyway, I'll put it below. But this is like multiple pieces of different colors of rainbow. And this is actually 2 bundles. Actually, this is BFL. This is 2 bundles of it. Is this the BFL or Merino? Oh my God, my brain. Y'all are used to this. BFL. So 3 Feet of Sheep rainbow. I think it's the dark rainbow and then regular rainbow. I don't know where the packaging is. And I gave away the other 3 Feet of Sheep thing that I had. Anyways, I started spinning this. It's on Endora, my Shacked Ladybug, which will come up later. And yeah, I started spinning this. I've got half a bobbin done, whatever. And then, you know, to make myself feel better, I bought myself a Prezi and started spinning on that just to try it out. I haven't decided how I feel about it yet. As you guys know, I have an e-spinner, Arachne, name all the things, is my electric eel wheel 6. I don't have the 6.1, I have the 6. But it's on loan right now. So I don't have it to compare to, and I want to compare it. I'm in no rush to compare it. So the person that has it, keep it as long as you need. I don't need it. That's why I sent it to you. Anyway, e-spinners. I decided, because I'd been eyeing the Daedalus spinning, like the e-spinners, but they're stupid expensive, right? So expensive. And I'm like, it's also plastic. I mean, they also put the carbon fiber in there too. And I don't think Maurice puts carbon fiber in the electric eels. But anyway, I've been eyeing the Daedalus, but could not justify the cost. But now they have the Daedalus Dove, which was new to me because I stopped watching all the podcasts. So I had seen nothing about it. Until I was bored the other night. But they have a Daedalus Dove, which right now is only $100 more than the electric eel. And I was like, oh, I can afford this one, kind of, sort of. And it comes apart. So I can pack it flat. Because I had been looking at the electric eel fold, but it's half the bobbin size of the 6. And I was like, I don't want to go smaller. Why would I do that? I want the same size or bigger, right? But anyway, this one is the same bobbin capacity as the electric eel. It's $100 more, but it's a Daedalus. And I was like, okay, get the whole carbon thing and the carbon fiber, whatever. And it's a Daedalus, and you know, I might like it because apparently they're fancy and special. And I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if it's because it breaks down the way that it does, but it feels, I'm not going to say it's flimsy, but it feels, it's because it's so light, maybe. I don't know. Something about it is irking me, and I haven't figured it out yet. But once I have the 2 wheels side by side, I can do a full comparison and figure out what it is that's bugging me. I don't know yet. I've only used it the one time just to spin on it and see how I felt about it. And so far, I don't really see the big deal. If I'm being honest, between a Daedalus and an electric eel, I don't know why I was like, Daedalus is the best. Like, maybe they are, but, or maybe the expensive, stupid expensive ones are, because they're so expensive. Maybe they're great. I don't know. I've only ever spun, like the electric eel is the only e-spinner I've ever used, right? But I got this Daedalus. Long story, not short. And I don't understand what the big deal is. To me, it feels electric eel. So I'm trying to figure out what the big deal is. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. All right. To shorten it all, that's where I'm at. I don't understand what the big deal is about Daedalus versus the electric eel. So far, the only thing I think is cool, I mean, it's pretty, but the only thing I think is cool is the fact that I can break it down and throw it in a bag. You know what I mean? And I'll show you that. Because why not? And I'm not even going to change my camera setup. I'm just going to do it like right here, holding it in my hand, because you can. And screw it. I don't care. I'm not that special. I don't have the time. I have errands to run. Anyway. It's lighter than the electric eel. I'll give it that. The bobbins are stupid expensive. And the ones that it comes with don't pack flat, which I feel like if the whole thing packs flat, then the bobbins it comes with should pack flat. And these bobbins should be the ones that are optional. But even those, the pack flat ones, I think were $90 for 3. I think electric eel, I think it's $15. Anyway, this is like me comparing my Shacked to my Ashford. Like the bobbins are cheaper. It's just, anyway. So I don't understand what makes this better. Because that's the thing, like I looked it up on Reddit and stuff, like to see what people think about it, like comparing it or trying to find a comparison between this and the electric eel, and everybody's like, no, get the Daedalus. But most people that were saying get the Daedalus was only because of the availability, because the electric eel 6.1 is like out of stock until September. For me, that's not a reason to just pick this up instead of waiting. You know, and like I said, if I don't like this, I think I said it on Instagram, if I don't like this, I'm just going to sell it. I mean, it's got resale value, right? And from what I understand, the price is not going to stay $3.99. It's going to go up. Because the only reason it's $3.99 is because they had the part, from what I saw in the video that they posted on YouTube, they had the parts in stock. They had the materials in stock, which is why this is $3.99. But once they have to like place orders for things, the price is going to go up. That's what I got out of the video that I watched. Anyways, I don't understand the big deal. And y'all feel free to comment below and tell me what makes Daedalus better. For me, it was just an aesthetics thing. I think the Daedaluses are pretty. And the electric eel wheel is more like functional than pretty. You know? Does that make sense? Am I weird? Anyways. Okay. And then the break band's weird to me. I don't know. It's like that stuff. Do you guys remember like when you got like chokers and stuff in high school? I know I'm old. You get chokers and stuff in high school and it was that weird like silk fabric-y material. That's what the break band's made out of. They call it a rat tail. It's just weird to me. Anyway, so break band. It's a string. I mean, the electric eel was string too, but what I like about that one is I could basically replace it with cut, because that was my one complaint about my eel, was that like within like the first couple of uses my break band broke, but it's just cotton yarn really. So I was able to like put more cotton yarn on it, and then it had a spool thing so I could wind a bunch on there. And so whenever I need to, like, if my break band breaks, I can just pull more string and push that over, right? But with this, I have to buy a whole other thing. It comes with enough to make 2 in the package, but like I have to buy this whole thing. Why? Just make it a string. Anyways, but like with this, you can't do that because there's nowhere to like spool it. I don't know, it bothers me. Anyways, so that's one thing. Try to get this. The tension band that attaches to the motor is thicker than the electric eel wheel, but I mean, I've not had a problem with my brake band. I've had that thing for what, a year or 2? It's great. Let me take my fiber off. Hold on. See, I've already taken it apart. I forgot to unattach my fiber. There we go. Get all the things back on. Sorry. one-handed things. Meh. Okay, so take the flyer off, right? It's pretty much like the eel. So you got the bearing, your bobbin, right? And then it's your thing, similar to the electric eel. The other thing, the orifice is smaller. The electric eel wheel comes with a larger orifice, and you have like a orifice reducer thing you can pop in there, right? It's got, where did it go? Oh, it's on here. The thing that it sits on has little nails on the side, so you can like wrap your fiber around it. I'm not really a fan of that. Mine doesn't come with it, but I know the 6.1 does. The orifice on the electric eel has little slots where you can stick your fiber in to hold it. I bought a piece for like $3 for mine off of Etsy or something that does the same thing. Anyways, the weird thing for me was when you thread it, like, you know, obviously it goes in here, but it has to come out here through here, right? To go over there, right? I'm not used to that. That's weird and just finicky to me. Finicky, fiddly. Because you've got to like put the threader through and like angle it to the side. So when I thread it, I have to like stick my finger in to make the thing go the direction I need it to go so I can pull the fiber. I find that really fiddly and annoying. There's magnets, right? Fiber's still stuck on here. Wrapped it too well. There we go. All right. So tension band, right? Here's my thing. Some of this is not magnetic. It's just plastic and just there for gravity. Right? Because there's nothing holding it in there. That bothers me. I know it's simple to, you know, take apart and all that stuff, but I will lose these pieces because there's nothing holding them. I feel like if you're gonna go magnets, put them on all the pieces, okay? That's my one thing. Well, I keep saying my one thing. I have multiple things. It's just things that irk me. So these just fall out, but that's out. This piece is out. When I got this, I had trouble with this piece because there was still plastic stuck in these holes that I guess they didn't clean out after they printed it or whatever. And I had to use like a pin thing to get it out. So this would sit flush on these, which I found annoying. I'm easily annoyed. Have y'all figured that out? These are also not magnetic, right? Like I said, when I turned it over, they just fell out, right? These are magnetic. So this comes off, and they're not super strong magnets. That's what, like, I feel like if I just shake this too hard, it's going to fall apart. And then your tension band thing. It also has a magnet on it. It just slides onto this. And then the thickest thing you have is this. So like I said, you can break it down and just throw it in a bag, right? And it's fine. But and then this is the threader thing, and there's a little magnet on it, which I find this cool, but I also find that if you don't fold it a certain way to stick it on here, this gets in the way and it's really freaking annoying. I like that my electric eel wheel is just a little stick thing. It's not a stick, the little hook thing, and it magnets to the side. I prefer that over this. And the magnet, again, it's not that strong. I don't know. I sound like I hate this thing. I don't. I think it's cool, but I feel that there's improvements that could be made. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's put it back together. Ready? All right. Put that in. Put that in. Did that stick in right? Yeah, there we go. Where's the piece? And then the magnet for this thing is right there. So we're gonna slide it on this away. Click. All right. All right. Then pop that on. Sticks. I mean, it's convenient. You can put it together with one hand, right? that on. Where'd that break tension thing go? That there. Bobbin. Okay. Bearing. That on. And it fell off. But yeah, that's it. I can't get the bearing on. Hold on. Work with me. Bearing. There we go. And then you put that on there. Right. Work. Work. One hand. No glasses. Pull that right there. Damn it. Difficulty is one hand. I can do it. There we go. And then this just in here somehow. Well, the way that they do it, you like fold this bit of metal under that bit and then stick it so it kind of out of the way. Ta-da! I mean, the coolest thing to me is the dial because it's like clear and it clicks. I don't get what the big deal is. But like, and I don't know if it's me because I haven't used my e-spinner in a long time, but I feel like this is a little bit loud. The plug's in the other room, or I would plug it in for you. But it might just be me because noises, migraines, everything irritates me right now. So I have to wait until I have my electric eel wheel back so I can compare the sound. But I want to say the 6 is quieter. But it could be that this has a more powerful motor. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I didn't really compare the specs completely. But, I mean, like I said, you put it together with one hand. My only complaint about the 6 is I can't take it apart and flatten it. Which is why I was excited about the fold, but then it was smaller, so not worth my time. So I have a lunchbox that I put my eel in. But this, like I said, can break it down, put it in a bag, except for these freaking bobbins, because they don't break down flat. And from what I could tell, even though the flat ones are listed on the website, they were not available. So, yeah. That's how I feel about that. There we go. Again, I've only used it the once. I got to play with it some more and then compare it to my electric eel, and we'll see how I feel about it after that. But that's where I'm at right now. I don't see what the big deal is. That's spinning. Okay, ready? Let's go for some more stuff. We all know that I was going to do that Diamond Dream sweater with all my rainbow minis and my black. And I had posted something on Instagram about why they have not made a small winder for minis. I think that's a fantastic idea. Let's make a small winder for mini skeins. Why has no one created this? I don't understand. Everybody gets the little mini skein advents. Why is there no small winder? Because when you wind a mini skein on a normal winder, I have a 10-ounce Stanwood. Y'all might be able to see it. Hold on. Ignore the mess. I have my 10-ounce Stanwood. It's delightful. Sorry. So I have that. And you know, when I wind mini skeins on that, I end up with these. I mean, they cake up, but they're so loose inside that it's just yarn barf everywhere, and they fall apart as I knit from them because there's nothing really so loose on the inside, right? Because the thing is super big, right? The tube. Yes, okay. I'm not taking it down. I've already damaged my IKEA shelf screwing it on there. Like, this isn't, hardwood. It's like particle board or something. And yeah, it's hollow on the inside. Ask me how I know. Anyway, so when you wind, minis on that, you end up with like this situation. And my friend Ro, Home Row Handcrafts, was like, I have a friend that makes a thing that might be useful. And it is. This is the baby cake winder. I will put the name of the company right here because I forgot to bring the tag in here with me, and I'll link them below. But this is the baby cake winder. And what you do, not on the 10-ounce stand wood, we'll get to that in a moment. They tell you on the website, this will fit such and such winders. There are some specifications I will add because it's not on their website. I did reach out to them and ask, like, does this fit the 10-ounce winder? And they're like, no, it does not. And I was like, all right, cool. And they said the 4-ounce or the 7-ounce stand wood, there's a catch to that. There's a catch to that. All right, I will show you in a minute. But basically what you do is you take the tube off. I can get my other winder down. I bought a winder for this specific thing. This is the Knit Picks winder. This is the Knit Picks winder. It was 20 bucks. They're like 40 something on Knit Picks website. I think they're 20 bucks on Amazon. The Knit Picks winder. Just FYI, just so you know, they're 20 bucks on Amazon. But you need one where the tube comes out. The 10-ounce stand wood, the tube does not come out. Okay. The 7-ounce I did not buy because I was like, I don't want another pricey winder because I think the 7-ounce stand wood is like 50 bucks or something like that. I don't remember. I think it's 40 or 50. And I was like, I already have a yarn winder. I just need a cheap one so I can use this. So basically, this is, 3D printed. It's got a very strong magnet on the top, and it's got little slots in there where you put your the end of your yarn, and you pop this down. And then when you take your tube out of your regular winder, you put this in its place. It's got little slots on there that fit here, and connect it. I don't want to break it because, Knit Picks. Hold on. There we go. And it's a tiny tube instead of a big tube, right? And yeah. See, on my stand wood, this thing goes around it instead of the thing going around. Anyway, that bothers me because it feels weird to do. Anyway, so I got this, and it makes the most adorable little yarn cakes. So this, instead of this mess, right? Nice and tight, perfect, little bitty yarn cakes. Aren't they adorable? Yay! Okay. So I now have a little winder next to my big winder for mini skeins. And I think it's worth it. If I remember right, I think this was only 20 bucks. Worth it, in my opinion. Worth it. And it comes with little clips you can put on here so you can wind your yarn through it for extra tension. Yeah. All right. So the catch, break band for that. The catch with, if you decide to get the 4-ounce stand wood, is that there are 2 of them. The stand wood yarn ball winder 4-ounce model B, the tube does not come off. The model A, I talked to stand wood because I was like, can I return this? And they said yes, but I think I'm gonna gift it because it was only what, 25 bucks. Anyway, this is a 4-ounce stand wood winder. It has been opened because I had to open it and realize that, the tube doesn't come off. But all right, so yes, this is the model B. B as in boy. Tube does not come off. The model A, the tube does come off. So if you want the 4-ounce stand wood, model A will fit the baby cake winder. And apparently the 7-ounce also, the tube comes off. So the 4-ounce model A or the 7-ounce stand wood will fit the baby cake winder. Obviously the Knit Picks winder fits. I think there's 2 other winders they mentioned on the website for the company that makes the baby cake. And again, I'll link them below because my brain, the packaging is on the coffee table. It's fine. But anyway, this is the stand wood model B. And once you put this on there, this tube part doesn't come off. And this is the plasticky one. I have the wood metal one, my 10 ounce. So you just screw this on there and it works the same way. But there you go. If you want it, I mean, if you guys don't want it, I'm sure everybody has a yarn winder at this point, but if you don't, feel free to comment winder below and I'll do a drawing next month and I'll ship you this one. Yeah. And if all else fails, I'll just stick it in the closet for if one of my winders ever breaks. But yeah, it's still in the box. Like I said, I haven't used it. I just opened it and realized that the tube didn't come off and I needed the tube to come off. So yeah, if you need a winder, this one holds 4 ounces and it's Stanwood. And I stand by Stanwood. Stan. Anyways, but I've never used their plasticky ones. Like I said, mine is metal. Because when I first got into making the things with the yarns, I asked what's the best one was. What's the best one? What the best winder was, and that's the one that was recommended to me, so that's the one I bought. I do wish I had an electric one though. But I don't need it, right? It's good arm workout. Wrist workout, I don't know. Anyways, so yeah. And another thank you to Ro of Home Row Handcraft for recommending this to me. I love it. It's something with heart. True heart. That's a Care Bear. I'll link them below. This is delightful. They have other things too. They also have a thing where it's like a hand holder thing that you can attach to your winder so you don't have to attach it to a thing. And I might pick that up next. Then I don't have to attach this to my hollow IKEA shelf. Yes, I'm gonna need a new IKEA shelf at some point. Or, you know, if I can ever find a real wood, I mean, it's got wood on it, but y'all know what I mean. A good wood bookcase that's similar, that holds all the things. But yeah, so I started winding up all my little mini cakes, but then I get bored of sitting in here and winding mini cakes, so I'm just doing them in batches. I have not cast on that garment just yet. I'm not in the mood for it. Let's see. There's that. Went to Michael's the other day. Got this yarn. Michael's is so overpriced. I miss Joanne so much. This is Heathered Bamboo by Loops and Thread. It was just a little black and white newsprint looking deal. And I'm thinking either I'll make another one of those Autumn League pullovers with it, or I'll just make a nice little cardigan for my office. Got a sweater quantity of that. But it's a bamboo blend, so it should be nice, right? And since I mentioned Ro, Home Row Handcraft, she has a thing called the Bag Hag Hermitage. And I got volume 1. I've ordered volume 2, although I'm a little concerned about the colors. I don't mind the burgundy, but it's bee themed, so it's burgundy and gold, and depending on how much gold is involved, I may be gifting that one. Maybe. If it's more burgundy, I'll probably keep it, but if it's leaning more gold, it might be a gift. Are you itchy? Bubs. 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 Do you want me to scratch your ear for you? Come here. No, not you. No, not you. You'll knock things over. Come here. Come here, ear. Your ear feeling whiny? And scratches? Good scratches? Right there? Oh, right there? Okay. Better? Yeah. Love you. Sorry, dogs. You're welcome. Go away. Go on. Y'all know I love my Theodores. Anyways, what was I doing? Okay, Bag Hag Hermitage. Da, da, da. And clearly I've already opened this because I had to look. Da, da, little velvet ribbon. Little wax. Look at the little wax thing. You guys have probably seen me wear this t-shirt. It's Velcro. And that. And then an art print. And if you've watched her Instagram, you'll see like her creating this picture with one of her cats. And a sticker. And pen. Constellation sheep. Little bag keychain. Little zipper pouch situation. Like a little change purse. And a lovely bag. And I think she might have a couple more left of this package. They were themed, so you could get like a knit one or a crochet one. I got the knit one because I'm more of a knitter than a crocheter, even though I do both. I prefer knitting. And then I think the next one is just maker themed, so it's not like knit crochet, it's just maker themed. But again, the theme on that one is burgundy and gold. So I got this. Will pick me up. I pre-ordered that. The new one's pre-order now, and I think it doesn't ship until September, October. It's got autumn vibes, so somewhere around there. I've decided to try a new project or art form. I'm gonna butcher this. It's Kinu Saiga, I think. I don't remember. But basically, you're quilting on foam board. So I got some foam board pieces. I couldn't find 1 inch thick. I was watching somebody on YouTube and they were buying it from the hardware store and then just cutting it to size, and I don't have time for all that. So I just got this on Amazon. Got a little 4-pack of 3/4 inch thick because, you know, I'm just going to try it. We'll see what happens. I got some, how thick were the ones they had at the craft store? I got some thin sheets at the craft store that are like maybe a 1/4 inch, half inch maybe. I don't know, they're in the closet. Larger sheets, so if I get better at it, I won't need this to be as thick. I don't know. I've never done this before. But basically what you do, and this stuff, what you need, from what I understand, is you need foam board, double-sided sticky stuff, fabric, and something to poke the thing in, right? And an X-Acto knife. I have an X-Acto knife somewhere. I bought a new one because I knew I didn't know where my original one was. It's in the bag. But these ones I got off of Amazon, they're already sticky. So this is already sticky paper. So I'm like, do I need double-sided stuff? No, it's already sticky. So I just peel this off. Fun times. Anyway, so what you do, you have this foam board, right? And you put a design on it, and you carve it in with your X-Acto knife, okay? And then you peel sticky off, put your fabric on it, poke in the edges and trim, and, you know, clean up your edges. And then you have like a little quilt on a piece of foam. And I thought that was fun. And I ordered some designs off of Etsy, and I still need to go in there and see if my printer has ink in it or not. I will do that before I leave for errands today. But I ordered some patterns off of Etsy for this. I think I got a Japanese set and a goth set that has like moth and a raven and something else. The goth set had a lunar moth, a raven, I think a cat and a moon or something like. Anyway, it was cute. But I just need to print the papers so I can put them on here and, you know, draw my designs or whatever, trace my designs on it and carve and stick. And I have fabric scraps, so I feel like this would be fun use of fabric scraps, right? And I have fabric, I have bags of fabric scraps, I have leftover scraps from that blanket I made, my little goth square blanket with the moths and skulls and stuff all over it. could be fun. This might be a new thing for me to use up scraps, and then I could do like a little wall art piece. It could be fun, right? Yes. Okay, so I got that. Have I started playing with this yet? Obviously not. It's just in here for when I feel like doing it. I've almost finished getting my craft room clean. Almost. There's a path. There's a clear path. I can walk to things. The closet has been cleaned out. There's still yarn hanging in there that I dyed because I don't know what I'm going to do with it because I'm not selling yarn right now and it's just in there. My sewing table has been cleared off. I need to rearrange the room a little bit because I want to put my sock machine in a different place. I haven't used my sock machine since I first got it. I need to dust it off, oil it, all the things. Gadgetry. I need to play with the things. Anyway, that's it for the crafting and the making of the things with the yarns and the fabrics. You ready for the mud? I have not worked on my horror canisters. I still need to figure out how I want to do the psycho house on the canister. Do I want to do it with Norman silhouette? Do I want to add the stairs? I don't know. I haven't decided. I might just pick another theme because maybe the psycho house was reaching too far above my skills. I don't know. Anyway, I joined this pod along project. I can't remember if I mentioned it to you guys, but the project was Bookends. I think they might do another project, but so far she's still wrapping up the bookend thing because it was through the end of July. And then I guess if they do another pod along, we'll find out what the next project is. But the project was Bookends. It was my first time using my kiln, my home kiln, for glazing. I did make a bunch. Did I show you guys? I might not have. I might have a picture of them somewheres. Maybe. Did I take a picture? Or video? Maybe I'll go take a picture. I made a bunch of tiles, glazed tile tests, but they're not really accurate because my kiln fire is very hot. Since that occurred, I have been to a kiln class or kiln workshop. Excuse me. I actually was there yesterday to finish out because there's beginner kiln workshop and there's an advanced kiln workshop. One is just about kilns, how to operate, blah, 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 how to program. And the second class was kiln maintenance, troubleshooting, taking stuff apart. We had a hands-on class last week and I learned how to change out the elements and the relays, like the wires, all the things. I know how to do some stuff now, y'all. But I also learned in my first class that basically my kiln, because it's a small kiln, it holds heat, a lot of heat, and it's going over the temperature that I'm setting it at. And also the particular kiln model, manufacturer, whatever that I have, their kilns tend to run at a higher temperature in general. So I need to do a little programming of my kiln so it's manual fired and not the automated programs that are already installed on it so I can lower the temperature. I tried to do if you guys are familiar with pottery at all, I tried to do a thermocouple, which is the thing that measures the heat in your kiln. I did a thermocouple offset and it worked for one cone, but not the other one. And then I was like, well, then do I just do a cone offset? And the guys that I was talking to that did the kiln class, they've been doing clay for like 20 billion years. And they're like, no, do this. So I need to program my kiln to fix the temperature because it's overfiring. And one of the issues with firing at a higher temperature than what your clay is your clay will melt and do a puddle. So what happened was I fired this and it fired real hot and it bent. It was really hot. Like 2000 and something degrees too hot, like 2200 and something degrees hot. And it should have only been like 2100 degrees hot. Anyways, it kind of went like this a little bit, but it's still cool and usable. And you know, there were some glaze mishaps that I've got to figure out, but I'm still learning. I'm a beginner. As you can see, it goes like this. It's supposed to be like, but it goes like this. I made a sheep and it holds things. And I tried to like dapple the grass so it didn't just look like plain green, but I made a sheep Look at it. Look at the wool. I do have to do something, like the white glaze kind of melted off in places, but that could have been because my kiln was too hot, or I needed to apply additional layers of glaze. I'm not sure. Anyways, look at it. Isn't he cute? Yay! Okay, so that's bookend number 1. Bookend number 2. There were some glaze mishaps, but this one fired at the correct temperature. I did a lower cone firing, and it fired at the correct temperature, but it didn't set as well as it should have. So it's straight, but look at me. Look at that. Look at my ladybug. And I even got a bobbin on there. Look at that talent. I'm proud of this, man. Look, I got wallpaper on that. I got a yarn basket. Y'all don't know how long that took. I mean, I did use like a little clay extruder thing, but this took so long. And then I had to be like super careful not to break this one piece that I wanted hanging out of the basket. Dude, I'm so proud of this, y'all. And then I got my chair almost looking like leather. I put little shadows and stuff in it. Yeah, I'm proud of this. I tried to make this look like wood. I'm working on it, y'all. I'm happy with it though. Isn't it cool? The only thing is, because I'm me, I wasn't paying attention. Because I was just excited to do the damn thing, right? They're both angled in the same direction, so when they're bookends, they're facing the wrong way. You can't see the yarn basket. It's fine. And if I do it so you can see the yarn basket, then the sheep's facing the wrong way. It's fine, because you know what? They're going to be art pieces. They're not going to be bookends, because I don't need bookends. I was just doing it because that's what the project called for. But I want to put them on my little, like this one's going to go on my nightstand. So I have my little tools and stuff, somewhere to throw stitch markers and whatnot. And this is just going to be an art piece on my work desk because it's cool. Right? Isn't that cool? Look, there's skulls in the wallpaper. Can you see them? Or skeletons. And moons and a moth. It's freaking cool, man. It's freaking cool. Love it. Proud of it. Stoked that I did it. But, you know, I'm thinking, I really liked making that sheep. I might try to make a couple more sheep and maybe make, I don't know, should I do like, maybe hollow out the top of the sheep so you have somewhere to put like stitch markers and stuff, and make a couple of sheep stitch marker holders for people's. For fun. I don't know. I was thinking about making like something similar to this, but because I want to make some more sheep, but I want it to be functional, and it's mostly just practice for myself, so I won't need these sheep. So I'm trying to think of something that I could like sell or gift. I don't know. I haven't decided. I just think I'm proud of it. Anyway, that's what I've been up to. As for what I'm going to do with my clay next, I still have some stuff I need to glaze. I think I showed you guys the stuff I need to glaze, like that planner. I want to make a bird bath type situation. Yeah, like a tiered bird bath, because I have a small kiln, so I need to do it in pieces and glue it together somehow. I want to make a tabletop fountain thing that's like solar powered. Because why not? And because I was watching Pottery Throwdown, or rewatching Pottery Throwdown, because I've seen that episode before, and I kind of want to make a tabletop fountain with a solar thing in it, or maybe a bird bath with a solar fountain thing in it. That's cool. I need to make some cookies, not like cookies, but just flat discs to put in my kiln to catch glaze. And I bought clay for that, because you have to buy a higher coned clay than what you're actually firing your regular clay at for the cookies, because they last longer. All the things. Anyways, that's all I got. See you guys in a month. Yeah, see you guys in a month-ish. I don't have any other projects right now. Have you guys seen that Wool and Pine sweater? I think it's called Mixtape, where it's just stripes. Like stockinette, garter, stockinette, garter. It's knit sideways and flat, and then you join it and Kitchener it and finish off the sleeve. I might make that, because I bought the pattern, and then I was like looking at myself like, why did I buy that pattern? I could have figured out how to do that. Anyway, I might do that just to use up some minis. So yeah, I think maybe my next projects will be mini skein projects or sewing projects. I don't know, whatever I feel like doing. Here lately, I haven't really felt like doing anything, just reading, watching movies, and not really crafting much. But you know, gotta keep the brain busy. So yeah, talk to you guys in a month. Hope you guys are well. Yeah. Errands. Bye.